if somebody didn't buy Legends and they were just barely up to core 80 Reds or something like that in January, then yeah, a 94, 96 Bobby Wagner should be way ahead of where they are compared to Gold 79s. Whoa. But that's not me in that. Oh. Landon Collins. But it feels like me. And, that's Landon. He's a strong safety. And there. And new. And this is my current one. And there. And it says SS right there. What does SS stand for? What does it stand for? The Great War? I don't understand that. Strong safety in there. Oh, free. Thank you, because that's the same word. That is the same word. R to R is the same word. Oh. Yeah. That's why people use linebackers in there. Just go get more people. I don't understand. That's right. Oh, which you should see the number in there, in that means. I don't understand that. I don't Oh. Shit. Being able to read that changes that, you know. Oh man, I hope that's not It feels like a legit argument if you couldn't read that. Oh. Because those are the same dudes, dude. Those are... There's two A's in them. That's... Oh. Yeah. Everybody always looks the same in the world. Yeah. That's it. And Larry Wilson. I'm not sure if his card is up already. Twitch Prime one is. His blue version should be released tomorrow on that. Shannon Sharp has no blue version. It's a video, the thing that means. That is his Twitch Prime version. Let's see if anybody gets the nickel form. Let's see. Correct on this. Common defensive front adjustment for 3-4 teams to accommodate the nickel backfill involves putting the two outside linebackers into a 3-point stand, standing in the offensive line. IA5 technique to complete the adjustment. 3-4 defensive ends are moved. Okay. Alright. Trying to see if anybody explains this right. I think they do. American football nickel defense, a defensive lineman that uses 5 defensive backs, and the fifth is known as the nickelback, although the modern definition of the term encompasses all formations featuring 5 defensive backs. The original and still most common form of nickel defense features 4 down linemen and 2 linebackers. Oh.
Sacrifices. So many sacrifices.
But as far as I know, I think most are going to insist on their brand of nickel versus the other substitution possibilities, their actuality of nickel.
To get ahead, man, you gotta make sacrifices. That's how hungry my appetite is.
Because I don't really know of any video that breaks down nickel like that, and at least also with validation. That's they'll probably validate the nickel 335, but not the nickel 42 or 245 or the nickel 155 prop. I don't think I've ever heard any video do that without converting it over to the nickel 335, making them all part of one same subset. That's of the nickel. What's 4, which essentially is the 1, the nickel 335. Do you understand? The other 3 are absorbed into the usefulness of the nickel 335, but they're distinct. Not distinct enough to make the nickel 335 not an argument. That means the wrong personnel's in the field. One they're willing to accept for the reason of no one else ever saying that the nickel 335 had any competition to it. Okay, let's go here, and I'm not sure where I got that from. You keep twisting it from the other side, then it doesn't exist. And I guess that's right. Here, let's go to this side. We had a nickel 155, which is the 335. Now the nickel 335. That right here is in here. Yep. But that's two off. Yeah. But it doesn't exist. Oh. Well, at least now we know. I mean, you said it right. Technically that means it just doesn't exist. So that's nickel 155 in there, and that's nickel 335. A lot of people call it the 245, and that means that's still a number off. No one cares. It's important to do what they know, which is the supreme choice, than what other choices have been. Those other forms don't exist anymore without the subset form that it is now in the nickel 335. Willing to do so as long as everyone else stops acknowledging that a nickel 155 existed. Which it does exist as a nickel 335. It's the nickel 335 prime. I'm sorry, it doesn't mean anything to you. Do you understand that? And since we're in the modern era of that, at least in software terms, from like 2 or 5 years removed of software, from iPhone 3 to iPhone 10, no one cares about, or will probably make videos on how the iPhone 3 is about to re-revolutionize the phone market. You would have to take all of their iPhone 10 beliefs down with that. If that one person got to work, then maybe they're an anomaly to the existence of that, which sooner or later will smooth itself out back to the iPhone 10. And you don't have that type of infinite validation where the iPhone 3 is graphically or storage system wise, a better phone. It is getting a whole like 10 phone calls to think that means, but whatever. Yeah. Now I need it to go the other way. Yeah. Which means the other one should just work as the iPhone 10. That's right. And then it'll be better. Bam. Then you won't need... That's not the same thing. Yes, it is. To them it is. They don't like that. So Paladin Cleric, or Dane Cleric, typically that means the healer, all these things are better. That's... Which is right. You're absolutely right in that. The modifier is not part of that. That stinks. And they changed that.
Like a caveman, we threw up the pyramids. Now they say we Illuminati. I'm a tsunami. What the is a little yachty? No blood diamonds. I rock gold like a king. Chili so cold, made them blow the nose off the Sphinx. You think I'ma be some type of role model? I go full throttle, desperado. That's the motto. Fake in Chicago, but you have fake the Prado. Don't say your motto. She mean mother like free Chicago. Drinking it with an Alicia Machado. I'm the ticket, you just hit the lotto. Pulling up with the crew. Must have done same with the roof. Sitting looking stupid on the stoop. I would take notes if I were you. This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true law. Smiling with carrots in my jaw.
So that ends those challenges, thankfully. I've got the Madden Club ones I'll do later. I probably won't buy Landon Collins, giving whatever Larry Wilson turns in tomorrow, which I won't know. I know he's out there as a Twitch, but ultimately the second day, the paid one comes up after the free one. Oh, that's right, so we'll get an improved version of Larry Wilson. It should be tomorrow. I think it's on Saturdays. It used to be on Friday night, but that took away from the Twitch Friday Night Prime drop. Oh, that's right, so they waited to the next day, but it could be next month. I think it's usually the next day when it comes up with 2 legends. 1 purple free with 5 collectibles, or 2 blue pay. Oh, but I won't know what the other legend blue one is until tomorrow. And that always makes people, definitively they know it's 1, and they're like 2, and then it's boiler room thing or something like that. And just start getting all upset. Like, whoa! Hold the phone, Al Pacino wise. It's 1. And, okay, it's 1. It's been like 2 the whole year, I think. And see, that one's hard to tell, but that was Ogden and Williams. Oh, and the other week was Renfro and Sharp, wasn't it? I don't understand that. Oh. which is 0 and 1 in there. Renfro, 0. Right, that's 1. And then Sharp is... it's 1. It's 2. 2. It's 2 every week. 2 blue ones every week. Except for these are the paid ones, I think that means. I don't understand. The purple Twitch-free Prime Shannon Sharp. Which is tomorrow. Should drop. That's why there's that many sets in here. Maybe not. There's 56 sets in there, which is all the 5s of that. But there's not 56 legends. It's like 11 legends in there. Do you understand? And they repeat themselves in that sense. That's a repeat in Randall McDaniel. I think that's a left guard instead of a defensive tackle. John Randall. Oh. But it's purple, so they're the same thing as far as in Minnesota purple. Oh, so that's Twitch purple. Yes. Oh no, these are all blues. Blues. Blue. Oh. Ed Too Tall Jones is a free one. He's also a purple one. That's... yeah, that's right. There's in subset more than 56. Oh, there's 56 sets of 5 in there. Which one is that? No idea. Yep, the goat one could be on me. Oh, yeah, the goat one. His stats also don't fit my team. It's got to be a method to the madness of it. That's what I'm getting. Which GPA covered in the overall taking that needs? I suppose. I guess that's right. DeCastro has less block than Shields. I think he's got a better impact block, which would have been GPA, and he's got an identifier, which is also GPA. But Shields is slower, but can go up to 99 run block. That's... whereas DeCastro's near. I think he's got 96, 97 run block. He might be 99. No, it's 96. Technically, then Shields won. Yeah. But he didn't have the other stuff to him. So overall, Shields lost, like GPA. There. Holy crap. It's got the wrong person in there. A lot of my positions are kind of on what you're feeling. If you wanted that type thing and that means, then by other sanctions, they might not be what everybody else accepts as the best person. And it's by heart. Well, if it's heart, then it's Shields. I don't see people backing them up on that. And I do like my identifier chemistry in there. But these guys are back up when you see all the linemen start going yellow. Then you get Team 2. Walter Jones, Singletary, Bruce Matthews, Will Shields, and Marcus Cannon. Then once the other guys get their breather and oxygen mask, then you get Ogden, Allen, Pouncey, DeCastro, and Dierdorf. That's... some with different chemistry, some with different heart, different height. Ogden's 6'9" instead of 6'5". Some have ×2 chemistry because they were after Thanksgiving. And that's all types of things. Some don't have a legitimate replacement. So it's... and some are other people's fill or name that they want to see repeatedly with at least 10 to 20 touches per weekend league game. Oh. Whereas mine are different cuts and things of that nature. Sean Taylor is the same elusive cut as Bo Jackson. No. Giving the defense something else to chew on around the corner or up the middle as they've got in time to when they throw their low stick in. That's whoops. Is that important to touches? Well, technically you're giving touches away to Sean Taylor and ignoring the touches of Bo Jackson while doing both at the same time. So by that grade, that fit. But for me, you know, as wise people always is associated with trying to give it a chance not to give it a label of failing, you could just give more touches to Bo Jackson. That's the whole point. Just to avoid the low cut hit and give the defense something else to look at type thing while giving Jackson a breather. Does he need a breather? Stamina supposedly is supposed to also go into your low hits. Whoops. And if you give them 10 touches in a row and they haven't had a chance to get a breather in between that, they're more likely to fumble. Ooh, no, giving touches to Sean Taylor would be giving touches away from, would be giving touches to Bo Jackson at the same time. Do you get that? Do you understand that? So we're giving 2 touches at... Fumbling is what everybody should be doing anyway. Yeah, that's... 7 carries to Jackson and 3 to Taylor. But Bo's name... Oh! Yes! So you give 3 touches to Sean Taylor so you can keep carrying with them. But they're the same running back. Yep. Which they are.
Trying to say I'm only in the meeting. Got a cold with my dogs, can get in between.
But that grade didn't fail the 50 means. Right. You give an A to giving 10 touches to Bo Jackson. That's correct. So you can fumble.
So I roll when I roll, must be. Amen. Amen. I can't rock bins, I don't do peace. I gotta eat.
Let's say you end up with 20 touches in that game for some unknown reason. Well, then you've entered the Team B with Peterson and Walker with 7-3, and then 7-3 for Sean Taylor and Bo Jackson. Yikes. Yikes. Other things like that. But other people might change that up. They might have something that they consider more glitchy. They might want Lynch, you know, if he fits what they want to do, or is part of the name that they want, which was better than the ensemble that you had, which made no sense. They might give all that combined touches back to Marshawn Lynch. I've seen him carry 20 times before. Or they might use Pate LaDainian. Why not? Put it on conservative and just go crazy. Do you understand? Split back them. I'll split Sanders with Thomason. Yeah, that's... Which I might do. No, my mom's a nice person. But if that doesn't please somebody, then it doesn't. That's why other people on YouTube and other content makers for that have different teams. And that's why their wheel, along with everybody else's wheel, of questioning why they have a wheel compared to your trying to imprint something else that isn't the wheel, is out there. That's why don't you see it so that I can take it and make it something real?
ascending. Oh, you gotta hit the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Feel the burn. I got a calling, so watch and learn. I heard a voice of this broken hymn saying, "Unpack, this is who I am." I know you ain't dead yet.